We're on a highway to hell, hardcore hell, 2002, March 22nd, March 23rd. So big it takes 2 nights here at the NCW Arena for NWA Wildside. Thanks for joining us this week. Stephen Prazak along with Dan the Dragon Wilson, and the dust is only beginning to settle, Dan.
Last week on NWA Wildside, you saw in a 3-way dance, Blackout once again retained the Wildside tag team titles through disqualification over the Lost Boys and G-Rated. They then took the Lost Boys and powerbombed them through the oh-so-familiar 6 steel folding chairs, the steel casket. The Lost Boys are out of action due to injury because of this. Don't know when they're going to be back, and don't know if they're going to be back for hardcore hell. Also on the show, you saw Caprice Coleman bring out a mystery partner, Dustin Timberlake, formerly Laz, now changing his sexual preference, I guess. And they took on suicidal tendencies, Adam Jacobs and Jason Cross. Also on the card, your main event last week on Wildside, Rick Michaels and David Young over the battle for the #1 contendership, and Scotty Wren, the ticking time bomb, returned as the special guest referee for that matchup. However, there was no conclusion. We still don't know who the #1 contender is. Bart Sawyer got involved, the Iceberg got involved, and Tank cleaned house with a chainsaw. That was last week. We got a whole lot more this week.
Yes, sir. You mentioned Blackout. They are defending the tag team titles in this very edition of Wildside. And also your main event this week, Jeremy Lopez, the Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, puts it on the line against Joey Matthews. An amazing edition of NWA Wildside, and it starts now.
You ever get to a point in life where you are just sick and tired of a certain thing, where something you think about night and day just drives you crazy? Jason Cross, that's the point that you've gotten with me. It's time to end this thing. It's been too long. It seems like it's been going on forever. The man with the style, the grace, the shape, and the face seems to have found somebody with the same tactics. You have style, you have grace, you have the shape. You can work on your face. But it seems to me that the show-stopping, crowd-popping, body-rocking, pulse-pounding, heart racer, handsome face heartbreaker has found your weakness. You can't think for yourself. Jason Cross Bailey tells you everything, which means you don't believe in yourself. Caprice Coleman has taught himself that name, the show-stopping, blase, that's not a word. That's the God knows truth, and that's something I believe, which makes you a stepping stone, because you will never get any higher until you believe in yourself a little more, which makes me getting greater and greater each time I think about it, because I have to prove to myself that you are less than I, and I speak the truth. So don't hate me when you find out that the truth hurts.
Even louder microphone, Michaels making his view plainly known.
Michaels is coming down to the wire. Hardcore Hell 2002 is March 23rd, and we gotta know who is gonna be the #1 contender. What did you just ask me? What did you just ask me? Who the #1 contender is? Dragon Breath, I'm gonna tell you who the #1 contender is. It's me! Not David Young! It's me! 4 World Tag Team titles that I carried David Young to. 2 Wildside Heavyweight title reigns that I did on my own. I'm the #1 contender.
But by God, you didn't do it on your own. You had to have David Young help you. And now you've been running scared. You won't get me. Shut the hell up. You won't get me my title shot. When Hardcore Hell, William Barons, by God, you give me my title shot. Because I'm the #1 contender. David Young, you were too damn chicken to show up tonight, because now you get your title shot in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, by God, I'll be there too to make sure you don't get the belt. Hardcore Hell 2002, AJ Styles, by God, I'm going to be the next heavyweight champion.
The man does not mince words.
#1 damn contender. You're right. Who's #1?
That you are.
You're damn right. #1 contender.
Since 1997, there has not been a tradition of violence in professional wrestling like Hardcore Hell. This year in 2002, NWA Wildside resumes that tradition with a Hardcore Hell 2002. An event so big, it has to take place over 2 days. Friday, March 22nd, from 7 to 8 p.m., it's the Fan Fest. And at 8 o'clock p.m., Hardcore Hell begins. Saturday, March 23rd, Hardcore Hell continues with your main event. AJ Styles defending the Wildside heavyweight title against the #1 contender. Hardcore Hell has launched the careers of such stars as Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Bull Buchanan, Shannon Moore, AJ Styles, and more. Find out what's gonna happen this year at Hardcore Hell, March 22nd, 23rd at the NCW Arena in Cornelia, Georgia. Call 770-621-9533 for info. Be there. Before the head explodes. Rayman and Homicide, the Wildside Tag Team Champions. There's not been a more dominant team in the history of this company. And look at the Rage going to work early. The Rage going to work early on Blackout here. Spinning head scissors by Mike Pittman. Scott Cage gets caught with a knee to the midsection. Drop kick to the back, but Homicide isn't even phased. Mike Pittman sends him out of the ring.
Yeah, I think Mike Pittman may have misjudged that drop kick. It's a pretty exciting time for young Mike Pittman and Scott Cage. There's some errors bound to be made, and in the case of that, we just saw one right now.
Homicide going to work. Oh no! Mike Pittman, the rope broke down. He crashed like a 747 jet to the floor.
Hit first. And Mike Pittman in the front row. Blackout are trying to systematically destroy the team of the Rage, and so far they're doing a damn fine job.
Well, Mike Pittman is on the outside. The Rage, this new tag team, pooling their efforts, going to try to succeed here in the Wildside Tag Division. Both men have shown sparks of success early on in singles competition, but I really agree with them in pooling their efforts. I think they're going to do a much better job.
But when you're a new tag team, you know what each other's capable of doing physically. But there's a psychological aspect. Oh, double team Blackout on Scott Cage. There's a psychological aspect, a chemistry between two people that can often take months, sometimes years to develop. Are Mike Pittman and Scott Cage at that level tonight? This is going to be the litmus test for the new team of the Rage.
Baseball slide drop kick by Homicide. Drop kick by Rainman. Scott Cage is down in the middle of the ring. and he's in a world of hurt. Of course, on Wildside television, last week you saw Blackout eliminate the Lost Boys. They are not here tonight, and it's not known if they're coming back. That's who the match is scheduled against for Hardcore Hell as the challengers against Blackout. But after they put Azrael through the steel casket, 6 folding chairs of doom, his spine rearranged, and the Lost Boys have not been seen ever since. Homicide has Cage hooked. There's the Zoolander by Homicide. Power bomb on the apron by Rain Man. These sons of bitches are sadistic.
And Homicide did not allow the pin of Scott Cage. Mike Pittman, in all honesty, should be dead. Oh, backdrop on the ramp here at the NCW Arena. Pittman's not even a legal man.
Poor Mike Pittman has not even had an opportunity to get involved in this match. He was chucked into the front row and then powerbombed on the ramp. These guys have no remorse for anybody. Rain Man in the ring now, double underhook on Cage. Butterfly suplex with a release.
Looks like the team of the Rage needs a lot more seasoning if they're going to test their mettle against the Wildside Tag Team Champs Blackout.
They are insurmountable. The Wildside Tag Team Champions in their second round. Scooping a slam by Rain Man. Homicide is up on the second rope. Oh my goodness! Double team maneuver with a Bulldog sit-out Uranagi combo. Or sit-out Nagisateru, excuse me. My Japanese holds confused there.
I was going to correct you on that one, Dan.
It's like a Uranagi kick, right?
No such thing. Nothing particularly funny about what's going on with the new team of the Rage. Mike Pittman and Scott Cage.
There's the Violator 2.0. And the Rage is in the books, their history. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, and still Wildside Tag Team Champions, Blackout.
A fairly easy evening's work for the team of Blackout against Scott Cage and Mike Pittman. A valiant tag team.
He's calling for the mic.
Oh no. The team of the Rage, I'm sure, will live to fight another day, no doubt there. We're working their way up in the ladder in the tag team ranks. But when the guys who rule the roost is Blackout, it's a slow process.
Here we go. Let's get something straight. Ever since we put the Lost Boys out of NWA Wildside, everybody's been trying to climb the ladder.
The Rage have been trying to climb the ladder.
And be the next contenders for these belts. Let me tell you something, little faggot. You climbed the ladder. You got this close. Kick back down. So, from now on, any team in the back that wants to climb the ladder, I challenge you. Come on up the ladder. Because when you get there, you're going to see the kings of the hill. And then you're going to have a long trip down. These belts ain't going nowhere. Because nobody can rise up and meet the occasion. And all you people in Cornelia, you can kiss my black.
Mike Pittman wants in. I think he's faced enough destruction for one day. Ditto Scott Cage. But Blackout are pretty much inviting every tag team to, as they say, climb the ladder, see if they can make it up to the very top, the pinnacle of the tag team ranks. Oh my God!
Sit out powerbomb by Homicide. Absolutely remorseless.
We about to get up out here. Because we ain't got nothing else left.
Wow.
In no subtle way, Blackout pretty much destroyed the team of the Rage.
Tony Mamaluke.
That's not Tony Mamaluke. Or if it is, that's definitely a cue for quitting pasta. That is, of course, the quarter ton plus no pain train Iceberg. Obviously Jimmy Rave was fully expecting Tony Mamaluke. So were we. With CEO Jeff Bailey behind everything, obviously he's had a last-minute replacement for Mamaluke, and what a replacement it is.
Well, we know Tony Mamaluke broke his nose at the World Wrestling All-Star review. However, we thought that he'd receive medical clearance to come back and face Jimmy Rave tonight. This is a very interesting scenario. I'm curious as if Mamaluke's injury is as bad as he's letting on, or if he's just picking his spot and trying to decimate his arch rival.
Could very well be. I just think it's Jeff Bailey wants Iceberg to have some fun. Good Lord, and Enzugiri run across the temple of Iceberg. Best of luck, Jimmy Rave.
Jimmy Rave! Kick to the side of the head, and another. Look at the original ecstasy. This young man with his heart, his determination. We called him the gutsiest, the ballsiest wrestler on the wild side. And Jimmy Rave now is taking on the 600-pound behemoth. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex by the Iceberg.
And when was the last time we saw Iceberg being taken off his feet? Rave was expecting Mamaluke. He got Iceberg. What a substitute.
Duck of a clothesline, duck of an elbow. Springboard. Oh no! Iceberg catches him. German suplex with a release. Well, the last time we seen a 600-pound man do a German suplex.
When was there a 600-pound man actually wrestle?
Iceberg in the rope, and that's the thing that's so scary about Iceberg. At 600 pounds, he not only uses his size to his advantage, right going for the gravity killer. Iceberg throws him off and spears the hell out of him.
A charging 600-pound man has a very convincing spear. That would be Iceberg. Oh, Jeff Bailey's having a nice night, isn't he?
He just speared the unholy Dickens out of Jimmy Rave. Oh my God. Oh my God. He dropped him right on his head. Right on his head. This guy's got no compassion for anybody. He's a monster. He's inhuman.
We've noticed that week after week. Boy, Jeff Bailey, look at all those teeth. Iceberg is having his fun now with Jimmy Rave. Oh, I think that, having fun with Speedy Nelson too. Oh, power slam from the no pain train on poor Speedy Nelson, who is anything but Speedy right now. Tony, it's Tony Mamaluke. Tony Mamaluke having a tete-a-tete with Iceberg. Mamaluke tending to Jimmy Rave. What a surprise. I see Mamaluke's all dressed up for Christmas.
He's got Jimmy Rave locked in a dragon sleeper. He's trying to kill the poor kid.
You disrespected me way too long, young man. Now you will feel the wrath of the Italian monster. I cast you out. Say it. Tell me you quit. Who's your daddy? And Jimmy Rave, tell him you quit. Tell him you quit. You emaciated egomaniac, give it up! Scratch him, Tony! Oh, yeah, that's right, Jimmy Rave. He's gonna kill you. Oh!
Mamaluke is trying to get Rave to quit!
Say it, Jimmy Rave!
Jimmy Rave's been hit by a car to come back the next day.
Tear it out the socket. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, give it up, Jimmy Rave. Tell him you quit. Say you quit. Screw you. Say it.
Mamaluke is trying to get Jimmy Rave to give up. I think Rave is going to pass out before he'll ever give up.
Jimmy Rave would never submit.
Mamaluke, boy, talk about a man possessed. He's practically foaming at the mouth. over the prospect that Jimmy Rave still walks the earth. He will not be satisfied until Jimmy Rave gives it up.
When you are a boy, I am a man. When you get into my sport, you better step up to the plate and never disrespect a champion like Tony Mamaluke. Or you will feel the wrath of the Italian monster.
The Italian monster, Tony Mamaluke.
Give me a damn
With
break.
some considerable assistance, I might add, by Iceberg.
Oh, Bill Barons is out here.
You idiot. It's all right you can beat on this man when he's already had somebody attack him, but come hardcore hell, you think you're tougher than him? You've got a match that you're going to have to prove it. You two are going to go until one of you quits. At hardcore hell, it's an I quit match. You against Jimmy Rave. See if you can beat him one-on-one.
That's pretty much what Tony Mamaluke wants. Bill Barons is actually giving Tony Mamaluke the match he wants. Right now,
Wow.
I don't think Jimmy Rave is in any condition to pick a match that he wants.
Since 1997, there has not been a tradition of violence in professional wrestling like hardcore hell. This year in 2002, NWA Wildside resumes that tradition with a Hardcore Hell 2002. An event so big, it has to take place over 2 days. Friday, March 22nd, from 7 to 8 p.m., it's the Fan Fest. And at 8 o'clock p.m., Hardcore Hell begins. Saturday, March 23rd, Hardcore Hell continues with your main event, AJ Styles defending the Wildside Heavyweight title against the #1 contender. Hardcore Hell has launched the careers of such stars as Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Bo Buchanan, Shannon Moore, AJ Styles, and more. Find out what's gonna happen this year at Hardcore Hell, March 22nd, 23rd at the NCW Arena in Cornelia, Georgia. Call 770-621-9533 for info. Be there. Before the head explodes.
When you first came to Wildside, all you talked about was respect. What little respect I had left was lost in that ring tonight. You crossed the line from this being a sport to it being personal. Come Hardcore Hell, it's not gonna be about victory. It's gonna be about survival. Tony Mamaluke, can you survive?
Hardcore Hell! That's right, smart Bart Sawyer is coming to Hardcore Hell to take on Scotty Wren. Boy, Scotty, you know your mom and dad, they sure named you right. They named you after a bird. Got little bitty skinny legs, got that big body, and you got that little bitty bird brain. That's why you go around saying tick, 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 because it's only one syllable. Maybe that's all you can hold in your head. Well, hold this in your head. At Hardcore Hell, Scotty Wren, you're getting in the ring with one smart Bart Sawyer. So you bring that bird brain of yours, you bring that big fantastic body of yours, and bring those skinny bird legs. Oh, and by the way, get your insurance card, because it's all coming together at Hardcore Hell 2K2, because life is good, and I've always got a plan.
Joey Matthews named quite a name for himself, teaming with his regular tag team partner Christian York. But Matthews is quite a skilled and gifted singles competitor. And tonight, he gets to strut his stuff against the Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, Jerlo himself, Jeremy Lopez. Your main event this week on NWA Wildside.
That is a point. According to the ring by Alexis, Laurie. From Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 183 pounds, the Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, Jeremy Lopez.
Lopez with a girl? I'll alert the media. Hard to believe he actually found one shorter than he is. The Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, Jeremy Lopez with Alexis Laurie. Alexis, a really well-known Wildside women's competitor who knows a champion when she sees one, apparently. I've heard some chat about the Alexis Laurie walking around, though she wanted to be associated with a champion, and Jeremy Lopez, well, he certainly qualifies as a champion. He's our Junior Heavyweight Champion, and a rather effective one, too, even if it is someone who's missing some very important social skills.
Did somebody slip a roofie in her soda?
A roofie? What on earth is a roofie?
A roofie.
And where can I get one?
Why in the hell is Alexis Laurie out here with Jeremy Lopez? What does she see in it?
Once again, it proves my old adage that women have some pretty damn strange taste. But as I pointed out before you put your headset on, Dan, I'm surprised that Jeremy Lopez is actually able to find the girl who's actually shorter than he is. Another story for another day. However, this is an evening that both Lopez and Joey Matthews should take very, very seriously. This is an opportunity for young Mr. Matthews to go for one of the most prized possessions in junior heavyweight championships, literally all over the world. Here in Wildside, Lopez is the very best junior heavyweight we've got because he is the champion. And tonight, Matthews tries to wrestle that goal away from him.
Well, Matthews, done a lot at a very young age in professional wrestling, has secured a contract in the World Wrestling Federation, World Championship Wrestling, and Extreme Championship Wrestling. Albeit the people there didn't know what to do with him. Here in Wildside, he's wrestling Jeremy Lopez for the Wildside Junior Heavyweight title. Matthews and Lopez getting ready, anxious to lock it up here. Collar and elbow tie-up in the center of the ring, and this matchup is underway.
Lopez also a one-time part of the WCW developmental program. They didn't know what to do with him either. Apparently, Alexis Laurie knows what to do with Jeremy Lopez.
And I don't want to get a mental picture of that ever.
Well, there's some videos on the gimmick stand.
Go!
It's an RF video, I think.
Arm wringer by Joey Matthews. Lopez takes him down. Floats over into a sugar hold, front face lock, chancery. Jeremy Lopez so proficient on the mat, we've talked about it. Everyone knows about his background at the Mamaluke dojo. He's probably one of the top 10 mat wrestlers in the world today. In all honesty, Jeremy Lopez can go on the mat.
And actually, the whole concept of mat wrestling, a lot of modern-day competitors, no matter how incredible some of them may be, are not very familiar with the ways of mat wrestling. And that's probably an indication why Lopez is as successful as he is. He excels in an art form that a lot of people haven't quite grasped yet.
Yes, it's very fundamental and it's very basic, but if you learn it 100% and learn it to perfection, you can really use it to your advantage.
Dan, take your eyes off the rear end of Alexis Laurie for 1 minute.
I'm trying.
And keep your hands where I can see them.
Oh, by the way, wrestling fans, we're back here on NWA Wildside. As Jeremy Lopez trying to run this match on Larry Zbyszko time. We'll have none of that. Full Nelson in the ring.
Larry Zbyszko time. I left my sundial at home.
Hammerlock by Lopez. Side headlock applied. Lopez with a reversal counter into a hammerlock of his own. Another side headlock. Spins around again into another hammerlock. Joey Matthews with a nice reversal and a takedown on Lopez. And he's riding him horseback.
That's an interesting take to mat wrestling. I don't think I've seen the horseback riding aspect of mat wrestling.
I think there's a slap in the face of mat wrestling. A slap in the face of Jeremy Lopez is mat wrestling anyway.
Well, that wasn't his face, but...
That's arguable point.
Yeah.
Matthews underneath. Comes back, spinning head scissors. Lopez goes down.
Looks like the mat wrestling program of Jeremy Lopez has been somewhat curtailed here. Quick pin And for Matthews, not enough to beat the junior heavyweight champ.
Lopez lands on it. He is landed on by Joey Matthews. Inches away from having a new Wildside junior heavyweight champion.
Lopez once again puts the brakes on the momentum of Joey Matthews, and actually that is a time-honored wrestling tradition. Everybody from the Anderson brothers, Rick Hawkins, Reed Hansen, Bronco Lubitsch, Aldo Bogny, so important part of their track record in destroying the momentum of their opponents. Just as they were getting the goods on them, put the brakes on.
And of course, legendary Sweet Hansen passed away recently. And I'll sit here on NWA Wildside. Send our condolences to the family of that legend. Brother, right now the Wildside junior heavyweight title on the line. Matthews, Lopez on the outside. Alexis, Laurie. Thrown to Joey Matthews by Jeremy Lopez. Matthews disregards her.
Unbelievable. Lopez used Alexis Laurie as a gimmick. So I'm told.
Jeremy Lopez is a gimmick.
Aha.
Stuck on a clothesline by Joey Matthews. Full-on shot to the head. Very close. Matthews hooks the leg, but not enough to put Lopez away at this juncture in the contest.
However, Matthews is taking a good little attack here. I think the way to defeat Jeremy Lopez certainly involves the element of surprise. I'm really surprised that Matthews threw Lopez out between the ropes. Lopez had an answer to that one.
Well, Jeremy Lopez is a master of psychology. Drop kick by Jeremy Lopez. He's going to play mind games with his opponent. If you go in with a direct tactic and a direct attack, you're never going to quite get the goat, so to speak, of Jeremy Lopez. You've got to be sneaky. You've got to watch your back that way because Lopez just operates like that.
I'm not quite sure this significance of this water bottle seems to pop up quite regularly in the offensive attack, and as well as everything part of Jeremy Lopez. I guess he just likes being moist.
Joey Matthews fighting back, kick to the midsection. Big right hands. Make it two. Irish whip reversal by Jeremy Lopez. Kick to the midsection by Lopez. Comes off the ropes. Boot to the face and a clothesline.
Lopez, so good. I'm sure there's a spot somewhere in Hardcore Hell 2002 for the present-day junior heavyweight champion. Jeremy Lopez, Alexis Laurie choking Joey Matthews on that bottom rope. And a slap for good measure.
Actually, I've just been handed a note. Jeremy Lopez is officially set to defend his title against Todd Sexton. If he can hang on to it, against Joey Matthews, obviously, Joey Matthews would go on to Hardcore Hell to defend against Todd Sexton. Todd Sexton is the challenger for the junior title now officially at Hardcore Hell 2002. Butterfly hold, they call him a Sawyer face lock in the middle of the ring.
Hardcore Hell 2002. That is, of course, March 21st and 22nd, 2002. Did I get the dates right?
22nd, 23rd.
Good. One of these days. That Larry Zbyszko time you alluded to earlier on. Here at the NCW Arena, Cornelia, Georgia, just 75 miles northeast of Atlanta. Fans, we'd love to have you join us. 2 sold-out nights in the making.
Into the far corner goes Matthews again, but he counters. Sunset flip out of the corner. Lopez rolls through, drop kick to the face. And Jeremy Lopez back in control of this matchup. The Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, hated among the Wildside faithful. Now he's got Matthews in the air high. He's hanging, the blood is rushing to his head. Brainbuster! He crashes down vertically.
Matthews is obviously treating Lopez very seriously. Actually, Matthews treats all of his matches with the utmost seriousness, which shows you that incredible one-loss record both Matthews as well as him and his tag team partner Christian York have amassed over the years. Matthews is so damn good. Proving what he's capable of in a singles orientation is something that's fairly new in the career of Matthews. Tonight he gets his opportunity against the Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, Jeremy Lopez. Or Jerlo, as he's affectionately known to the faithful here.
I think I called him a bitter little man at one point. But anyway, Lopez on the top rope. Going for a superplex is Joey Matthews.
Laurie is hanging on to the right leg of Lopez. She was.
Lopez shoves him up. Lopez coming from the top. Well, it's not his forte. And he bit him right on the ass.
I believe we've just seen the last time Lopez will ever attempt a leg drop off the top rope. Probably should have struck that from the record earlier on.
Well, he deviated from his game plan, and it hurt it.
And hit a run on the deviated septum.
And it opens up a point of attack for Joey Matthews. Right hands. And another taking Jeremy Lopez down.
Wouldn't call that mat wrestling, but boy, it works.
Reversal by Lopez. Matthews ducks a clothesline. He comes back, another forearm shot, and he's going to the top.
Joey Matthews is heading north up that top turnbuckle. And Alexis Laurie, she's pitching a fit the other side of the ring.
High cross body, but Lopez rolls through with a handful of tights, and Joey Matthews kicks up.
Even with a handful of tights still.
Unbelievable effort by Joey Matthews. He really wants to add the Wildside Junior Heavyweight Championship to his forte of credentials. Lopez rolling through. Matthews has a foot on the rope.
So does Lopez, and still only a 2 count. It's going to take an awful lot to pin the challenger this week. Lopez, I think he's running out of ideas.
Yeah, Lopez definitely running out of steam here. Joey Matthews has foiled his every attack. Kick to the midsection. Forearm shot to the face by Jeremy Lopez.
And forearms from the champion as well.
Boot to the face by Joey Matthews. And you gotta know Todd Sexton is anxiously watching this matchup to find out who he's gonna get. That hardcore hell dug on a clothesline.
Oh!
He kicked him right in the goods.
Joey Matthews just blackened Jeremy Lopez's chicken. Here, your main event this week here on Wildside. And the junior heavyweight champion, he's reeling.
Neckbreaker by Matthews, this could be all. Thomas.
Andrew Thomas being, his attention somewhat diverted by Alexis Laurie, which I believe is the first time a girl has ever done that to Andrew Thomas. Joey Matthews had a genuine pin there. Oh boy. Andrew hit. And Joey Matthews put the pecs on Alexis Laurie.
We were inches, and I mean inches away from Andrew Thomas counting that 3 count to make Jeremy Lopez lose the junior heavyweight title to Joey Matthews.
And Alexis grabs the leg of Joey Matthews.
There's the elevated DDT.
And that's what it took for the champion to retain his belt this week on the Wild.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, Jeremy Lopez.
Hard-fought match by both competitors.